Right, well you probably can't see it on the camera. The rice is starting to get a little clear, a little bit sort of opaque, and you can start to see through it. When this happens, you want to make sure your stirrer is nice and clear. And now at this point is the bit that everyone's probably going to enjoy the most. You want to take a bit of wine, it has to be white wine in this case. And we've got a bit of a Full Alto Pinot Grigio from Gourmet. It's a 2010. It's from Italy somewhere, I don't really know exactly. It's standard white wine, about 12%. And you want to put a fair amount of this in. Just to sort of cover the base again. Now what you want to do is you want to stir this through. And all you want to do here is just keep stirring it through until the wine burns off and is absorbed by the rice. The alcoholic content will be burnt off, and it will just, well, not all of it will burnt off, but a lot of it will just be absorbed into the rice, which adds for a nice flavour. Alright, stir this through until all the wine is sort of burnt off, and you're left with a sort of a bit of a pasty kind of rice left now. Like so. And now at this point it becomes probably the most tedious part of the cooking process for this anyway. Now what you want to do is the key thing you want to do with risotto is patience, patience, patience. You need to take your time, and you want to keep the whole time you're cooking, you need to, well that was pretty poor of me, you want to make sure the whole time you're cooking you take your time and you constantly stir. Now at this point you want to keep adding a little bit of water. Probably best not to use a pint glass because that made a horrible mess. You want to add a bit of water, and you want to add your stock cube. Now as I said priorly, I'm using a stock pot cube. You've probably seen them advertised on TV. Now they're a lot easier because they're kind of like jelly. And what they do is they're a bit more broken up. A normal stock cube is sort of much more, it's all powdered, compacted powder. And you have to mix it with a bit of water to get the best effect. These ones, they break up much easier in water with a bit of heat. They're much easier to use. So I definitely recommend, if you can afford them, they are a little bit more pricey than normal ones, but I would recommend using them. Right, so from this point on, all you want to do is just keep adding water and stirring it through. Now don't just keep adding water all the time. You want to make sure when you've added the water, you've pretty much burnt off all of the water, or the rice has absorbed all of the water. So you've got a very sort of pasty mix, and when you get to that point you then want to add more water. It's quite simple, it just takes a bit of time. It's not very complicated, and all you want to do is just keep stirring like this. Just the whole time you're doing this thing, just keep stirring it all the way through, and make sure you add water. As soon as it starts to get a bit too creamy or a bit too thick, just add a bit more water, just keep going. And you want to, in about sort of 5 minutes time from now, you want to add the chicken back in, so it cooks with the rice and adds some flavour back into the rice of the chicken flavour back into it. You've got the stock cube which will add quite a lot of flavour, but you want to add the chicken back in, and it should give you a bit more flavour in there. And you just want to keep adding water. Like now you can see it's getting a bit stickier, so I'm going to never use a pint glass again. Add some water in, and then just keep stirring through. And you want to do this for about sort of 15 minutes or so. You just want to keep stirring it through. It's very, very simple sort of idea. You want to keep it on a low heat whilst you're doing this, so it takes quite a while, but it's definitely worth it. You can, as I said prior, you can use normal rice rather than the risotto rice, but the issue that you have with the normal rice is it doesn't come out with quite as creamy a finish. If you use the risotto rice, you get a much creamier end result. So if you can afford the risotto rice, I go for it. It's probably about £1 more than the normal rice, but I'm using that because it comes out with the best results. But anyway guys, from now on in I'm going to do a bit of super fast mode on, as I only use my blade, I think it is. I'm not sure whether I have to pay him penance for saying that term. Yes, so just sort of keep stirring it through, and I shall join you towards the end, and I'll explain why I stopped at that point. Anyways, here we go.
have defused the charge. Over. Objective. I repeat, the enemy has taken the objective. Over.
Right guys, that's pretty much the dish done now. As you can see, I've added the chicken in. It's gone to a very, very creamy sort of lovely looking thing. And if you taste, you want to keep checking the rice. I mean, I haven't been too good at checking it out. Then again, I kind of know what the sort of time is that it's going to be. Well, I'll have to hand this to you. I sort of know the time that it's going to be to sort of be the sort of perfect time. So about now, when your rice is done, you want to take a little bit of it out. Try not to burn your hands on it. And just try it, and you want it to have a little bit of a crunch. Just as you get to the middle, just have a little bit of a crunch to it. And if it's just got a tiny little crunch to it, then it's perfect. It's about al dente is the term that everyone uses, and that's the term. That's where you want to use it. Now, just as a last big thing, add some salt. Add a little bit of seasoning, not too much, and a little bit of pepper as well. Again, not too much salt and pepper, and then just stir that through. Turn the heat right down. As you'll notice through most of that, I kept adjusting the heat. When you add a bit more, you obviously need a bit more heat to throw stuff out of the bowl like I've just done. You just need more heat to go through, and there you go. That is pretty much it done now. As you can see, that looks lovely, and I'm sure it'll taste wonderful as well. I shall eat that for dinner this evening before I go to work. Now, the best thing to serve it in is a small little bowl like that. You can choose. You don't have to serve it in a bowl. I just prefer serving it in bowls. All you want to do is just decant, I'm not sure that's quite the right. Place a small amount into the bowl. You can, obviously, depending on how hungry you are, you can add more or less. As I will probably end up eating the whole of this, it will probably take me a few rounds of going through it. But there you go. And then you serve like that to your prospective guests or to yourself. Do garnish. You can leave the salt and pepper out a bit more, and I'm sure they'll appreciate it. There you go. That is the risotto pretty much done. Alright guys, and hopefully that is back on my face. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions about this recipe, about this sort of idea or the series, I'm quite willing to answer any of them in the comment section below if you just leave them down there. Also, if you prefer me to swap the gameplay and the video of me cooking around, so you have the main part of me cooking and the small video of the game in the corner, then please let me know. I've just done it this way around because I didn't know whether you wanted to watch the game more or that way. I kind of felt as I was a gaming channel, the gaming should sort of take the main part of the stage. But yeah, if you guys could let me know, and I shall see you next time on this, hopefully on this series if it goes down well. and I shall do something like a spaghetti bolognese or something. If you have, also if you have any sort of requests of a meal that you'd like to see me sort of go through and sort of show you how to cook, I'll be more than happy to go through and show you how to do it. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye for now. Bye.